So Marc, it is lovely having a chat with you again. How's this week been looking?
Really good. We've had limited obviously opportunity because we're trying to get the balance going into the Villa game and then beyond that because of the tight turnaround. So the players have been in great spirits. We're really sharp the other day. They come in today and tomorrow to do game prep for Villa, and then we're ready to go. But really looking forward to it. They've carried on a great attitude. We had a good assessment of the Brighton game the other day together as a collective, and we discussed, the parts that we gave to Brighton that we have to stop because that's how, we have a really good, solid defensive team. And so the few parts we were unhappy with. But what I loved was the players were also sharing that responsibility. So it's great that we can do that and it holds us in good stead going into the Villa game.
When you all share that responsibility, it shows how much of a collective you all are.
It does, and I think it's a key component of why we win games like we do. I think we're playing better football than we've probably ever played. We are interacting fluidly. Every player's coming and playing their part. I think that's really important, especially in the next two blocks of games. This one before the international break, and then again afterwards, where everybody will play their part. And I think I'm going to ask them to show their responsibility to each other during those moments where it's their time to shine. Go and take the limelight and do your job and do you to the best of your ability, because it shows then such the collective togetherness that we absolutely have. And I know we talk about it a lot, but it is a really key component of what we do. And I'm so proud of all the things that the players have achieved, but that is probably the most thing that comes back to the pride of being Manchester United manager with this group of players.
When we spoke last week, we spoke about how busy the next few weeks is going to be for this group, but they're just all really excited to take part in every single second, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's the difference. I think, when it's tough and it's heavy and, it can sometimes weigh on you, but they're looking forward to each game, each playing their part in the different games for their different skill sets and what's going to be required of us in those games. And I think you can sense the excitement that's coming ahead. So I think we're in a really good space. I believe that we're in a really good space. And I'm going to ask them to show it again and keep showing it. The many great challenges we've got coming up. And again, starting with Villa. Villa are a really aggressive football team, with the ball and without the ball. So we've got to, play to the best of our ability. And that will hopefully set us up for a nice run with all the other games coming up. But yeah, look, it's an excitement, it's an energy, it's a building momentum. And that's what I want from the team.
What is the key mentality you're going to tell your group to do when you talk through the game plan over the next couple of days against Villa? Yeah,
I think it's a really good question. I think when I think about Aston Villa, I think about as I say, since they've progressed, I believe that they have aggression without the ball. They're going to come and try and press us and settle us. But also I believe that, with the ball, they can move through the lines quickly. So they have some very, very good players, good counter-attack ability as well. So what that does for the players is it switches them on, and they're mentally ready. And you have to do that. We talk often about, tactics and all of this, but actually the mental preparation a player must go through in these block of games is the key. It's the key component. It sets you up for success. And what I see in that dressing room, what I see when I go into that meeting room, is I see a players full of that, full of readiness, full of acceptance, and full of excitement for what's to come. And that's a great space to be in. And all I ask is that they give everything in every moment for our fantastic fans that travel up and down the country with us. They give absolutely everything, and I've never had to doubt that and question that once.
You've mentioned the excitement for what's to come. We could hear the players all this week talking about it because we've had media ahead of the PSG game, but then also for this weekend too. There's so much these players are balancing, but they're willing to do it, especially on a stage where all their fans are there to listen.
Yeah, and I think it shows, don't you? We all want. These are the type of players, the quality of players that want to be on the platform. They want to be in front of people, showing their skill set. And, that's a big shift from when we first picked up the team and to now. You can see just that progression and that consistency. And the hardest thing in football is consistency. And I think it sees it, that they want to go out on the biggest of stages. And that starts against Villa. And then obviously it's a midweek at Old Trafford, which is going to be a special event, of course. But, it starts with every game. And they put the same energy, the same commitment, the same effort into every game. And I think that's absolutely commendable. If you're watching that as a fan, you can do nothing but admire it.
And finally, we need the fans there watching it in person this weekend and next week too.
Yeah, and continuous. Like we need them with us. We're doing our part in terms of playing, but again against Brighton, when we need them, those moments, they filled the atmosphere. They actually made it tangible for us to kind of almost feel. And I think you see the players' faces. Watch them when they score. The build-up's fine and all of that. Watch players when they score. Watch Terry's goal, who she turns to. And I think you see just the difference they make to us. And so come and fill as many seats as we possibly can, because we absolutely need you.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.